Most people picture Antarctica as a quiet, frozen sanctuary dedicated to penguins and climate science. But look closer, and you will find heavy icebreakers cleaving right through that pristine image. The United States, Russia, and China are rapidly expanding their footprints across the ice, engaging in a quiet but fierce competition for dominance. That presents a unique problem. International law strictly forbids military occupation anywhere south of the 60th parallel. So how do you conquer a continent you aren't legally allowed to invade? Antarctica is drifting away from its history as a collaborative sanctuary and toward a new role as a theater for quiet, strategic positioning. The primary weapon in this rivalry is dual-use technology, equipment built for civilian research that doubles as military hardware. Take China's newly established Qinling Station near the Ross Sea. The station features a prominent red tower topped with a white radome. Officially, these satellite ground stations are classified as tools for weather monitoring and deep space research. However, this infrastructure integrates directly with China's Beidou satellite network. The same hardware required to track weather patterns can intercept Allied military communications and track missile trajectories in real time. Superpowers are using the language of peer-reviewed science to legally install advanced espionage networks across the ice. The rules of the 1959 Antarctic Treaty are explicit: no military bases, no nuclear weapons, and scientific results must be freely available. But a specific bypass exists. The treaty permits the use of military personnel and equipment if providing logistical support for civilian science. The United States utilizes this loophole at an industrial scale. Through the National Science Foundation, the U.S. maintains a presence valued at $8 billion, including massive, permanent hubs like the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. Maintaining this supposedly civilian footprint relies on U.S. Air Force LC-130 Hercules cargo planes landing directly on the ice. By providing the most robust logistical network, a nation can effectively control the continent while remaining entirely within the bounds of international law. The continent is already carved into overlapping, unresolved territorial claims by nations like the UK, Chile, and Argentina. To secure a place in this division, Russia deploys vessels operated by its state research company, Rosgeologia. According to evidence provided to the UK Parliament, this Russian ship conducted seismic surveys that identified an estimated 70 billion tons of oil and gas beneath the ice. Mapping resources and building radar domes have become the modern equivalent of planting a flag, securing future claims without triggering a treaty violation today. Every billion-dollar base and every supply run to the pole is building toward a fixed point on the calendar. In the 1990s, nations ratified the Madrid Protocol, a critical addition to the treaty that bans all commercial mining and resource extraction. That prohibition has a set lifespan. In the year 2048, the Madrid Protocol becomes eligible for legal review, modification, or potential abolishment. The international consensus that keeps the continent unexploited has a built-in termination point. If the treaty fails, this pristine landscape could be overwritten by heavily militarized hubs, security fencing, and deep-water naval ports. Science has transformed from an international collaboration into a legal instrument for securing future territorial influence. Without a reinforced treaty, the continent will fracture into competing, armed resource extraction zones. The countdown is running. When the protocol expires, will international law be strong enough to restrain the energy appetite of the world's major powers?